Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now the recipe that I'm sharing with you all today is how to make rasmalai my style. Now the ingredients are really simple and easy and we all have them readily available at home. This is yummy straight out of the fridge, cold after a really nice hearty meal. Let me run through what you need and then we'll start cooking. Now this is a 3-step recipe guys, so for the ingredients you're going to need for the first step are 5 cups of whole milk. I've got Blue Top here, which I use the standard cup measurement to measure them out. I've got 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, which I've sieved. Now for the second part, you're going to need 3 cups of whole milk again, the same cup measurement to measure it out. I've got a small carton of double cream, a small can of condensed milk, and 1/3 of a cup of sugar. And I'm also going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder. And for the third step, you're going to need 3.5 cups of water. I'll be using the same cup measurement to measure that out. 1 full cup of sugar and also a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder. And I've got a muslin cloth here and a colander as well. And for decoration purposes, I'm going to be using some edible silver leaf and some sliced green cardamom here. Pistachios. So let's start cooking. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by pouring our milk straight into a pot and we're going to bring this to the boil. So guys, this has come to the boil now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the heat off and just give that a stir. And then I'm going to get the lemon juice and add that straight into it, just like that, and just stir this now, and that will help it to curdle. So now you can see guys, all of that milk has separated, and I'll show you what you need to do next. So I've got myself a large bowl here, and I've also got my colander, and I'm just going to pop that straight on top like that, and get my muslin cloth, pop that in so it sits there, and then just tip that straight in like that and allow the muslin cloth to catch all of that lovely paneer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this under some cold water, and then I'll show you what you need to do. Right guys, I've just rinsed this under cold water and I've squeezed out as much water as I possibly could with my hands. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it back into there like that, and then just get something heavy, anything heavy that you've got. I'm using this, it's my mortar here, also known as a langri. I don't know what you guys call it in your language. There's always a word for it in every sort of like culture. And I'm just going to pop this right on top like that and allow that to sit for about half an hour to 45 minutes until I actually prepare the next step of the recipe. So I've just washed the same pot again, and I'm just going to add the 3 cups of milk into that and just bring that to the boil. So the milk has now come to the boil, and what I'm going to do is I'm now going to add the sugar straight into that. Just let that dissolve. And the double cream and the condensed milk as well. Now the cream and the condensed milk are optional. You don't have to add these in if you don't want to, but they do however add that luxurious touch to the rasmalai, and I do recommend it, to be honest. So we're going to allow this to come to the boil again, and then add the green cardamom powder, the elaichi powder, and then we're going to remove it and just leave that to the side until we move on to the third step of the recipe. So this has now come to the boil, and I'm just going to add the green cardamom powder into there like that, give it a stir, and I've also lowered the gas as well, the flame, and I'm just going to allow that to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's slightly thick, and then just remove that and pop it to the side. So straight in with 3.5 cups of boiled water. That's the half. And then the 1 cup of sugar. And the 1/4 teaspoon of green cardamom powder. Straight in like that. And we're going to boil this and bring it to the boil and allow it to thicken up a little so it becomes a sugar syrup, a chashni, and I'll show you once that's done. So guys, this has come to the boil now. The sugar has dissolved, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the heat off and just leave that until we actually make the rasgulle, and then pop them in and boil them in that. So let me show you what you need to do now with the paneer. So guys, the paneer is now done, so I'm just going to remove it from the muslin cloth and just on my work surface, just like that. Now what you want to do is you want to knead this so all the lumps and the little clumps that you see there, the curdled milk, is as smooth as you can possibly get this. So you basically just squeeze it between the palm of your hand, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rub it. So basically grab a whole load of paneer in your palm, in your hand, and then just rub it on the counter, and we're going to do this until we have a really nice soft dough, and I'm going to show you how that looks once it's all done. And now we are done, and basically that's how it looks once it's done. Sorry, that's how it looks once it's done. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to transfer this into a bowl, and then I'll show you what you need to do with this next. So guys, we're now going to be making the rasgullas. So I've got some water in a bowl here, and I've got some greaseproof paper. So we're going to place them on there once they're made so they don't stick to the surface. So basically just get some water and just pop it on your hands like that, and take a nice decent size, about that big. And I normally roll them on the surface like here, and I like to roll them to like the shapes that they are normally in the commercial sort of like packages we find them in, not discs but little barrels. So that's how they are. I like them like that. You can do discs if you wish to, but I just prefer them to be this shaped. And I'm just going to make that and then pop it onto the greaseproof paper and just continue making all of them. So this recipe gives you 12 rasgullas. So let me show you what you need to do with these next. So I've just brought the sugar syrup back up to the boil again, and I'm just going to gently add the rasgullas straight in, all of them. And I'm going to pop the lid on, and I'm going to turn my heat setting to a medium heat setting and allow them to boil away and cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, and I'll show you how they look once they're done. Right, these have been boiling away with the lid on for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to remove this and show you how they look. So you can see that they've doubled in size. Now these are done. I'm going to turn my hob off, and I'm going to use a slotted spoon, and I'm gently just going to go under them one by one, very gently, and just remove them out, and then just allow them to drain by pushing another spoon or spatula, whatever you've got, just like that, just to allow any excess sugar syrup to come out, and just transfer them all onto a plate. So now all we're going to do is, I've just removed all of my rasgullas. I'm gently going to just transfer all of these into our cooked mixture of milk, condensed milk and cream. So just gently transfer all of them in one by one. And they are so soft. Just use my hand, actually, it's easier. So once you've transferred all of the rasgullas inside that milk mixture, what I normally do is I allow that to come back to the boil again, and it just allows the rasgullas to soak up that mixture again and just puff up. And once you've done that, What you need to do is you need to transfer this into an airtight container and pop it into the fridge, preferably overnight, so it chills really nicely, and then enjoy it the next day. So let me show you that once it's done. So here we have it, guys. I've plated my rasmalai up into individual little glass pots because they're quite nice to serve at dinner parties. All you need to do is just have them ready in the fridge and just take them out when you need them. Perfect. So let me show you. Now the rasgulla are so soft. They were literally breaking when I was trying to take them out of the sugar syrup, but here goes. Ooh, that is beautiful. Oh my God, the rasgulla are so soft. Perfect. The milk syrup which we made is perfect as well, spot on. Doesn't need any more sugar. The condensed milk really helped with that as well, and it's really nice and thick and creamy, yummy. Guys, this is the perfect dessert for any dinner party. Do go out there and try it. I'm sure you're going to love this recipe of homemade rasmalai. It's really easy to make. Right guys, if you've liked what you've seen today, do give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please feel free to do that also. Hit that bell button to be notified of any updates. I'm going to be back again with another video very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.